It feels really weird to be back recording another video, and I would normally start with a hey guys or something, but I wanted to try and keep this video a bit more casual. Basically it's going to be a first impressions video on the Dell G2724D, which is a monitor that I've literally just recently picked up in the last week, and it's only just launched from Dell. So I was quite surprised to see that there's no other videos on YouTube at the minute for this monitor. By the time this goes up, there may be some already out there, but I wanted to kind of give my first impressions on the monitor because it's really impressed me at the price that you get it for. Coming from an LG 32GQ850, which I returned because of a dead pixel, it's kind of a massive difference price wise, with that monitor retailing at like £720 brand new. I got it on a discount from that, but it was still like double the price of this monitor. And obviously this Dell G2724D, which is at the minute at $299 in the UK, which is a pretty good price, considering the spec, considering like the overall quality, and the fact that it's just released. I think it's a pretty impressive monitor, and that's kind of why I wanted to do a video on this. I've done videos like this before on my channel with other monitors that I've kind of bought at launch and thought, you know, these are actually a really good spec or really good price for what you get. And I kind of got the same feeling with this monitor. It feels like it's a good one to talk about. It's probably one that a lot of people will be looking at if you're into Dell monitors or just gaming monitors in general. So I'll give you a quick rundown on the spec. This is not going to be an in-depth review. It's purely just going to be kind of my first impressions, with also a bit of footage showing the monitor in use, because again, there's not a lot of footage out there. People may just be wanting to see what it looks like in person, get a feel for like what the actual build quality is like, rather than just looking at the renders on the website. So that's kind of what this video is supposed to be doing. But yeah, so it's a fast IPS panel, it's a 1440p resolution, and it has a 165 Hz refresh rate. So for me, that's pretty much spot on with what I need right now. I do kind of prefer 32-inch panels, and that's what obviously the LG monitor was that I had before. So I'm kind of hoping that they're going to do a 32-inch version of this down the line. I imagine they will. It seems like this is a kind of successor to their previous 27-inch IPS 1440p display, of which they also had a 32-inch version. So I'm hoping that's going to be the case. But it also has adaptive sync. It's got a 1 millisecond grey to grey response time. This is purely just going off the website specs, by the way. I've not done any testing on this, but I can confirm that, you know, I've not sort of had any ghosting or any kind of weird artifacting or anything using the monitor. From my perspective, and I'm normally pretty picky with monitors, it's been pretty much flawless so far. Well, to be honest, it has been flawless so far. There's not been anything I've noticed that's been bad with it. You get HDMI port, 2 display ports, and yeah, overall it just seems like a really well built package. The quality of the monitor itself is pretty much what you would expect from Dell. They do a really good job with their stands. This stand in particular is really solid. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. There's nothing I can really complain about with the stand itself. The monitor itself doesn't have a backlight anymore, but again, for me that was kind of more of a pro than a con. The previous version had like a blue light on the back, which some people obviously won't really be bothered about, but for me it was one of those things that I'd rather not have. So I kind of like that they've gone for a more dark, sleek design with this one, completely blacked it out, and it does look really nice in my setup. It doesn't look like a really kind of super gamery monitor. It could quite easily pass as an office monitor. So if you're looking for something that is a little bit more understated and doesn't have kind of, you know, RGB lights flashing everywhere and that sort of thing, then it could be a really good option for you. But then onto like the nav controls, or the little control knob on the back of it. This is the one bit that kind of did feel a little bit flimsy to me. It makes quite a loud audible click when you push it in. When you're kind of scrolling between the menus and stuff, it's absolutely fine, but when you're clicking and selecting things, it is a little bit clunky. It's probably the only thing in the entire monitor that I could say feels a little bit sort of lackluster. But again, it's kind of like targeting that mid-range budget of 1440p panel. So I guess, you know, maybe they were trying to save costs in certain areas like that. I think that probably is partly why they removed the blue LED light as well that was on the previous monitor. But as far as the panel itself goes as well, like there's minimal backlight bleed. I have had monitors in the past that had a lot of black backlight bleed, but this one's been spot on. And it's kind of that quality that you expect from an IPS panel. It's really vibrant colors. The viewing angles are great if you need decent viewing angles. And the overall speed of it is perfect. I mean, the LG monitor I had was 240 Hz, but for me personally on a 3060 Ti, like I was never going to touch that kind of refresh rate or frame rate anyway. So 165 Hz is spot on for what I'm after. But yeah, I may end up doing like a more detailed review on the monitor going down the line. At the minute, I just kind of wanted to get a first impressions video up and use this video as a hub for like people asking questions about it. So if you're looking at buying it and you're interested and there's a particular question you've got, just leave a comment below and I'll do my best to help out and provide any extra information there. But overall, really impressed with it. It's a really good monitor, definitely worth checking out if you're in the market for something fast IPS, 1440p, 165 Hz. And yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave it a like and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.